YouTube, what's up? Out here enjoying this beautiful evening out with my dogs. Enjoying the fresh, cool air. Enjoying my health, my peace of mind. Dirty, lay down. Down. Boy, these dogs are something else, man. When you interact with dogs on such a regular basis, they want to be so much a part of your life. They just like they are a part of your life, but then they become entitled. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, wanted to chop it up with you guys. Like as you get older. First of all, no matter what age you are, the Most High can bestow wisdom and understanding on you. But as you get older, you would think that a person would have more wisdom, more knowledge. They definitely have more experiences. But there is a scripture that says just because you're older doesn't mean that you'll be wise. But in the perfect world, you would think that when a person gets of age, they will have more wisdom to bestow upon you. But that's not always the case. But so we find people in different environments, and they're not surrounded by wisdom. You might think a person, listen to the same music as you, come up in poverty as you, use some of the same slang words and all that type of stuff. That you guys may have a lot of things in common. But quite differently, you might be a total different pedigree. You may be a total different pedigree. And I don't want people to lose focus of that. One thing that a person does, a man and a woman does, is they start reminiscing and talking about how much they have in common. Oh yeah, you're a Christian, I'm a Christian, okay. You like Beyonce, I like Beyonce. Oh, you like that movie, I like that movie. And y'all thinking it's all good. Lay down. But typically they be having different pedigrees. They'll have a different pedigree. And if you don't do your due diligence, then you might end up with something that you don't agree with. Even when it comes to like breeding dogs, you have dogs with papers, you have dogs that don't have their line of pedigree, their lineage, the health records, what this specific dog might have suffered, his family might have suffered, their intelligence, all that stuff. Sometimes a breeder may be able to provide you, and then you might have a dog that just don't have that information, so you just gotta go for what you know. Humans are like that also, so to speak. You might find some people who have a background. You should look at their background. Look how their parents are behaving. Look how their mother are behaving, their father are behaving, or whether they're in their life or not. Now, just because a person's parents may not be in their life doesn't mean that they're not of any value. You just might have to do your due diligence and see what their perspective of life is and how they've handled themselves through different challenges that life presented them, to kind of get a grasp of how they perceive and understand life to be. But so much to talk about. But I was tripping off of something earlier today. Beautiful young girl. It was a group of young girls. You know, our youth is so misled. They're misled by the lack of parenting, the lack of knowledge, the lack of wisdom, the lack of understanding. So a young lady was lined up with this young boy, and she said that you look like you would, what did she say? It looked like you would do me dirty. So I would just have sex with you, and I wouldn't be in a relationship with you. And I'm like, wow. And she's a pretty young lady. And it's like the fact that she's still willing to open her body up to a person that she wouldn't trust, that she discerned that her spirit wouldn't be well with, but she still would leave it up to opportunity to open herself up for the possibility of getting pregnant, possibly catching a disease, lowering her ability to pair bond. It's like, I heard some stuff today where a woman was like, her body count was like 70 something, another one was 80 something, and I was like, dang. And they're young. And it breaks my heart, because they don't know how they're playing themselves. And they don't know how spiritual, how like these demons are on they own them big time. It's straight demon time. They're demon time. And what I do like about this season in life, because I've been watching for years, the young men are wisening up on how to maneuver. Let me take that back. Some men are wising up in this Western world on how to maneuver. Because even in my age, men in their 40s, I've always, thank God, I made some mistakes. I'm not exempt from mistakes. That's why I have this channel, so that I can share from my experiences and my mistakes, so that I can help a brother or a sister make better decisions. That I make time to read, I make time to study, I analyze, I do all that kind of stuff. So I can just share some of my knowledge. If you haven't made time to research it yourself, you might be able to get some game. But there are men my age who are just still as foolish as an 18-year-old. So that goes to show you that every generation have their group of foolish men, group of wise men, group of wise women, group of foolish women. But more importantly, I'm here to try to help those that are seeking understanding to navigate properly, to prevent falling into a trap of a foolish woman or a foolish man. And now you're so tied, now you're attached to them, and now you potentially ruin your life. And those people are going to be protected. The Most High, He has His ways of protecting you. And sometimes His ways could be as simple as clicking onto a YouTube channel. Sometimes it's meeting a stranger. Sometimes seeing somebody else is in pain. So, I ain't the end all be all. but I am definitely an avenue. And so this is not for everyone to benefit from, because everybody won't. I don't expect everyone to get understanding, because I'm still surrounded by hundreds of people who are very foolish. And that's their choice. As the scripture says, be ye in the world, but not of it. And that's what you have to be at peace with. That you're in the world, but you're not of it. You don't move like the world moves. And don't get me wrong, you're gonna go through your phases, and your convictions are gonna be what guides you. If you have convictions, that's great, because your convictions are helping you measure what's right from wrong, and it's helping you with conquering your flesh. Listen to your convictions. You know what I'm saying? You do something wrong, you're like, dang. Try not to do it the next time. If you do it again, try next. You'll get tired of getting tired. And when you're on the path, when you're tired of getting tired, and just know that you're on the right path. And then you'll just stop it. Just stop it. I always had a saying when I was younger: it's better to change yourself before something changes you. So while you have convictions, make the necessary adjustments before it's too late. It's better to change yourself before something changes you. And when you start being on that path of changing yourself, you might have to separate yourself from plenty of people that you love. You can still love them from a distance, but just know that your path is in a different direction. See, no one tells you that it's a possibility your path may cause you to be separated. And separation from others is a great thing, because it helps you develop a stronger mind. So when you visit friends and family, you're not persuaded. You're not easily manipulated. You need time in life to separate yourself so that you can grow. I know plenty of men who've never been alone, never spent time. They can't stand being by themselves. And I'm my best company. I love them. I've been that way since I was 9 years old. I would walk for miles to the movie theater and just go watch a movie and buy some licorice, then walk miles back home. And I have a lot of friends, but I've never had a problem with sticking to myself. So if you're that type of person, just know that you're good. Just be productive with your time. Learn different wisdoms. Practice different wisdoms. So that when you go into the world, they're experiencing a superhuman person. And the reason why you're super, because you've matured and grown. You excelled the average human being, because the average human being doesn't make time for growth. They're just living in the moment, which is great. I want us to live in the moment, but I want us to live in the moment and cherish the moment, embrace the moment, and grow in the moment at the same time. Don't be blown and tossed to and fro from the wind. Have purpose and direction in which you are doing. So back to the young lady who just was like making these sad decisions. It's like that because there's no parenting. They don't want to do it. They're just lost. They're being little adults. They've been left to be little adults, and they're lost. And the flesh is something else. That's a whole nother thing to conquer. The flesh is one of the biggest journeys that you would have to conquer in life, and you want to hope that you can conquer the flesh, your carnal thinking, your body, your appetite, your sexual appetite, before it ruins your life. And a lot of people don't get a chance to conquer that appetite because they had no direction, no guidance. Then they ruin their life, and they spend the rest of their existence trying to ruin others around them so they won't feel alone. Think about it. Don't get caught up in a trap, in a web of people who are hurting, and they want you to hurt because they've ruined their lives. And you'll find many people like that. I hope this was a blessing to you. I'll holler at you later on. Peace.